Hey, this is Detroit Bob, and we're back at RPM Records. Why? Because we're looking for Northern Soul records in their 45 room. Now, we've worked through the alphabet all the way from A to M, so you might want to go back and check those back episodes out. But we're on letter N, and that's where we're going to pick up today. I got the list, I got the camera, I got the harness, and I got some glasses. So we're in business. Let's go see if the boys are in there and get started. Right, bright and early. I think I might be their first customer of the day. So that's always, there's Leland. He's always greeting everybody at the door. Morning, Leland. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? How's it going, man?
Picking up with letter N. So 95 episodes, man. Lights are out back there. Does that mean it's closed?
No, I can turn them on.
Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was...
Sundays are a little bit slow.
Yeah, no, I was just want to make sure you guys weren't closing down the RPM 45 RPM room. You know what I mean?
Not at all, man. Enjoy
Okay.
it.
All right. Thanks, Kate.
Yep.
All right, here we are. We're back in the RPM room, 45 RPM, because that's what we do, and that's why the speed limit sign is so awesome. We're gonna pick up with letter N. And that's down there at the bottom. And good thing I got some limber hamstrings, because otherwise that'd be a tough one. So let's get the box started and we'll go from there. Once again, we're doing the Northern Soul Top 500. It's just a random list that I found, and it was written by Kev Roberts and published in Goldmine in 2000. And you can still get it on this Rock List website. I actually looked it up, and there you go. So, and this is just 1 through 500, and I think there's a 100 that are bubbling under this. So that's what I started with. And then here's a little bit cleaned up one, but the real help was Jeffrey from Maryland sent me this one that's in alphabetical order. So we're going to start here by looking with Nambe. Now this list is probably out of date. We've talked about that. I'm not an expert in Northern Soul, but I know how to dig through records. And we've done 95 episodes. I'd say at least 10 or 15 of them, whatever the letter N is in the alphabet, have been Northern Soul searches here at RPM. So let's dig in and get started. We're in. Let's get started. That one's empty. There we go. Let's see what we got. And these are, I think Tim made all these boxes. He's around here sometimes. Who are we looking for? We are looking for Nabe, Natural 4, Navarro. So if they don't have their own little bin, then I just keep going. And they might be in the miscellaneous at the end. So, Nazareth. Boy, I'll tell you what, not to get sidetracked, but this Hair of the Dog and Love Hurts, those are the two big ones that were FM radio staples up here. That would be a good twofer to have. Hair of the Dog is the one, I think now you're messing with a son of a bitch. And that was really sort of risque on the radio back in 1977, but Rock FM radio in Detroit, they played it. And every once in a while, they'd play the MC5's version of Kick Out the Jams, and they wouldn't do the edited version. So there was Kick Out the Jams, brothers and sisters, but there's also Kick Out the Jams MFers. And we just loved it when a DJ would sneak the MF version in on public radio, or probably like WABX or WDR, not even WRIF, WABX, W4 would have been one of those three stations. All right, we're looking for some Northern Soul records. We're already through the NAs. We're looking for the New Beats or Nero. And I'm seeing Nina, Nervous Norvis, Michael Nesbitt of the Monkees. Yeah, this is going quick. Put that one back. The letter N, people. Northern Soul search. We've been coming here to RPM Records for a long time. Now, Ricky Nelson has his own bin. We got a nice little Decca label or sleeve. Garden Party was a huge comeback hit. Ricky Nelson's song about playing at Madison Garden And he talks about the people in the audience, and supposedly John Lennon and Yoko were in the audience, so they got written into the song. So we're going to skip Ricky and go right here, picking up with the ends. Let's do it. Ugh. Okay, new beats. Ah, look at, we get new beats. Now, so you look at the Northern Soul list, and you see the new beats right there. And Run Baby Run on Hickory. So we're looking for that. I don't see anything by Francis Nero. Aaron Neville, New Orleans. Ivanhoe, the new beats. And the name of the song is Run Baby Run on Hickory. Well, here, let's get started. Here's Hickory. Huh. Run Baby Run right there. The first record I look at is a Northern Soul. So, A, let's see what condition is. I'd say it's very good. It's on Hickory, Run Baby Run. So yeah, I've heard so many people, oh, you're not gonna find any Northern Soul. Okay, well, right there you go. The new beats, Run Baby Run on Hickory. Now, do they have another copy? So, keep looking, right? The new beats, bread and butter. I'm not familiar with the new beats. It says Nashville. Hickory's out of Nashville. That's country music area, but you know, maybe they were the soul band out of Nashville. I don't know. We're looking for another copy of Run Baby Run. So far we got one. We could call that an episode right there. 5 seconds into it, DetroitBob found a Northern Soul. Yeah, everybody said, oh, you're not going to find any. I'm like, I found probably a couple dozen out of here. And there you go. Let's sort of zero in. Run Baby Run. I always check both sides. There's another one right there. Run Baby Run by the new beat. Now it's a different font, if you notice, than the original. Oh, this is good shape. I would give that one a very good, maybe a very good plus. But you see how the font differs on the two records? So already I can tell we got a probably a different pressing plant. And this one was owned by Nancy Bowen, does it say? Mean Wooly Willie. That sounds like a cool song. So maybe we'll get a decent B-side. But two Northern Soul right off the bat. Here's another one right here, Run Baby Run. It must have been a hit too. So we're gonna buy all of them. And if that's what we get out of here, that's what we get. Run Baby Run, the new beats. There you go. And I am selling to the UK now. I mean, it's insane the amount of you guys have to pay for shipping and like import tax. And apparently it's been going on for a while now. But I opened it up just in case it might be worth it just to check out my Discogs and see if you can buy a bunch of Northern Soul. You know, just look up DetroitBob on Discogs. You'll find me. I've got tons of records for sale. Probably up close to 10,000. And you probably see there's probably 50, maybe more Northern Soul. Either from this list or more expanded lists. You know, if this list was written in the year 2000, is 2025. There's still a Northern Soul scene up there. So some of these songs are probably come and gone. You know, they might have been big in the 60s or 70s, but not so much now. I just find it just fascinating, and it just sort of keeps me going, man. All right, there you go, the new beats. How many did we get? We got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 Northern Soul records right there by the new beats. Boom. Run Baby Run, all on Hickory. So I'm pumped up already. Let's take a break. Not Northern Soul, but I do love this album, Ted Nugent. It's probably his best album. It's the one with Stranglehold on it, but every song on the album is great. There it is, taken from the Epic LP, Ted Nugent. Where Have You Been All My Life promo on Epic in the Epic sleeve, and real clean. Probably very good plus. It's a little marked up. Tom F owned it, but I'm buying that too. Let's keep moving. We're up top now. We're looking for Nomads, so I can sort of check ahead, but I don't see it. But they could be in the Cliff Nobles. He did The Horse. That's a good one. I think that showed up in the Frat Rock by Rhino compilation. If you don't have Frat Rock and Son of Frat Rock, pick those up. And I'm looking for Nomads, Nasmo King, and boy, N might be a quick day, but I got to go back and check some of these M's too. So we'll do that before we leave, because there was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 M's that I didn't get time to last time, if you remember. But if I got out of here just with these today and a Nugent to boot, I'd be happy. Let's keep looking. Down to just the miscellaneous. So we could find any of those in here. All that means is they didn't have enough records for Tim or DJ Dusty Staircase to give them their own little tab. So in essence, we're looking for anything from the Bay, Natural 4, Navarro, Nero, New Beats, Nomads, or Nasmo King. N is sort of a weird letter. There's not a lot of records under N, even in my collection. You know, I mean, you got Neil. Well, it depends on how you categorize them. Discogs does first name. So Neil Young, for example, would be under the N's. But here they do last name. So Dorothy Norwood is under N's, not D. But it just depends on how you do it. This is where you find some weird stuff when you're in the generic aisle. You know, who knows what the hell is Boyne City, Michigan? You know, they're cutting records up in Boyne City, Michigan. Or that's the name of the company. The label's out of Nashville. So there's the country music. I don't know. Who's that? Nelson. How about Francis Nero? Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. New York City. Let me point this down a little bit. I'll zoom you in. You guys see that? Let me wipe my lens. Bear with me. There we go. That should be better. All right. New edition. The Notables. Peter Nero. The Notables. Nomads, Nasmo King, and then it goes right into the O's. But like I said, I'll go back and check those M's out. Jimmy Newman. Aldo Nova, he had his own tab. Gary Newman, man. Cars. It got tons of airplay in Detroit. Imagine that. But it really, that was like our first, wow, what's this new sound, new wave, you know? I didn't even think about it at the time, but Cars, yeah, Detroit, we make cars. No wonder it sprung. We weren't getting really any Elvis Costello per se on the airwaves that much. So that we, you know, also the band, the Cars, we got them. They had like a little new wave sound to them, no doubt about it. They're from Boston. All right, Northern Soul is what we're looking for. We're looking for Nabe, Natural 4, Navarro, Francis Nero, the New Beats and the Nomads, or Nasmo King. You never know what you're going to find when you go to RPM Records. Robbie Neville. Sandy Nelson. Norman. Yeah, who is this guy? He might be just like a one-hit wonder type guy. Yeah, he had a record deal with CBS. That's a demo. There's always stuff that I miss, and I apologize for that ahead of time. But just let me know in the notes what I missed. And like I said, I'm going to make a list of everything I missed. So second time around, right? Can't buy them all. Can't buy them all. Jerry Naylor, the New Yorkers. Nick Nixon. Like I said, N is a weird letter. There's not a lot of bands named with N. Ian Neville, talked about him earlier. Great New Orleans artist. Sam Neely. Don Nix. New York City. New York City. Phyllis Nelson. Yeah, if I had a band, I would just not, I would change the name so it wasn't N. Navarro, not Narada. Like, I've never even heard of half of these bands. Pretty wild. This sleeve. The Needham Twins. It almost looks like Everly Brothers, signed, autographed. Born Together in Life. So it's a sleeve only. Pretty wild. Almost looks sort of homemade. Tom Northcott. Uni label. I think that was a subsidiary of Universal. That would make sense for Uni. There's only 3 big record companies left, which is crazy. What is it? Sony, BMG, Universal, and Warner. I mean, all these labels have been consolidated and bought up into 3 mega labels. I mean, that's what's cool about collecting records, is you go back and you find out, oh yeah, well, Epic is a division of CBS, and you know, you can just see these little labels being gobbled up. So here's Tom F. again. He's the one who owned the Nugent record. So he must have been a DJ or something, had a connection to Epic, because I've seen his name on a few of these Epic promos, but I'll pass on Nantucket, New York. These are all in here sideways. I don't know why. Guy before me. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. But hey, if I get out of here with what I got, Nino, some of those Epic. And then the labels, man, from the 60s or I mean, at least that, like Chelsea, the colorful label. Look at this boring Atco. Okay, it's a promo. We'll give them a break on that. But Capitol, man, they got the swirl, so they sort of psychedelic swirl. Even Wayne Newton got one. This is probably one of the most epic labels. The orange and yellow, the swirl, it just got a great look to it. The Beatles, of course, and the Beach Boys were on Capitol, so you know darn well they were dominating the market. And then RCA Victor, they get pretty boring. That's a promo. I got a lot of these in last week's episode. But you know, they had just the market penetration, and you know, RCA made radios, televisions. I think most of their printing of 45s was out of Indianapolis, but I don't know if RCA corporate was headquartered in Indianapolis. You know what I mean? But RCA, we had an RCA TV at one time. And then it's just like overnight, the Japanese televisions dominated the market. New Choice, not New Beats. Oh, I'm getting a little tired. Focus, concentration. 1994, I guess. Yeah, New York City. Peter Nero. Here's another one of those RCA. I think I got this. Those are those promos, all those country labels that I picked up at Valparaiso, Vintage Valpo, or Valpo Vintage. I always forget which way it is. My brain thinks left, right, forward, backward. It's not a linear. I think that's a blessing and a curse. So I get real tangential when I'm looking for stuff, but then that's how sometimes you find your best stuff. Louis Nye, NYE. Nope. That's going to finish it up, guys. I'm not feeling it. Unless something in these last 5 records just jumps out at me. Bernie Knee. Bernie Knee. Bernie Knee. The Nutmegs. Yep. Bill Norman. Those are cool. Those old red vinyl on the Maze label. Oh, well. It's just, if that was an Elvis record, you'd go crazy, wouldn't you? All right, let's finish up with those M's and call it an episode. Place for prices. You know what I mean? Most of their stuff, they're not making a lot of money off of. You got some stuff back here that hasn't been sorted yet. But that's what it's all about, man. All right, time to call it a day. Head back home. I'll enter these into Discogs, and you can look them up and see what the prices were. And there you go, letter N. Came out here with some Northern Soul, so I'm happy. Put Fleetwood Mac where they belong. See you next time, guys. We'll pick up with letter O. Northern Soul 500 right there. All right, I think I did okay. Give me a price. Who's this playing? This is good.
Ryan Bingham.
Oh, yeah. He was in that show, wasn't he?
Yellowstone.
Yeah. That's, my wife loves this guy.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's got a great, like, gravelly voice, man.
He does, man. We'll do 15.
All right, that sounds good. So there you have it. RPM Records just got done cashing out $15 for a nice little stack of records and some Northern Soul. I'm convinced there's thousands of other record shops out here with just tons of Northern Soul sitting there, but we don't know it. You know, us Yankees over here, we don't know what the hell it is unless you're a hardcore collector, because that scene wasn't part of our scene. We know soul. We know funk, we know Motown, but Northern Soul is such a unique little thing that it's just, you gotta look for it, you gotta have a list, man. So to you guys in the UK, thanks for your input. I realize I butcher some of the names and I skip stuff, but it's invaluable. Kevin and Jeffrey and DJ and all you guys, keep chiming in, keep tuning in, and we'll see you next time. All right, let's move on. We just got back from Michigan, and I was able to get in and do the Northern Soul search. And here we are. I can give you a little bit better view of these. I haven't entered them into Discogs yet. So let's just go through what we got. The Run Baby Run by the New Beats. I was able to find 4 copies of it. So right away you see the difference in the font in the first two. So we do have a different printing plant there. I got these 11 records for $15. So that font, this one looks like the same font as the previous, but it's got a cutout. So it's a cutout hole right there. And then once again, this one probably looks like it might be the cleanest. Same font. So I have 3 with the same font, probably all at the same. I have to pick up Nugent when it's from Ted Nugent. So this was an epic promo. White label on one side, orange label on the other. Looks like it's never been played, but Tom F., boy, did he put his name on there. So that pisses me off a little bit. But not a lot of Nugent from this era. A lot of Amboy Dukes. Look up Journey to the Center of Your Mind. That was his really psychedelic classic with the Amboy Dukes that put him on the map. Mungo Jerry. You know the song, but you just probably don't think about it much. And you probably might not know the name. In the summertime. It's the best party tune that you can possibly put in your jukebox or have your DJ play for like a summertime barbecue or a cocktail hour. So this thing is sweet. It's got a little chip right there on the edge, but the condition looks near mint, and it's got the company sleeve. So I picked that up. Then you got Van the Man, clean Blue Money. Domino would have been even better, but that's a nice clean record right there. And guess what? Don't be afraid to get 2. And that's what I did right there. This one's even cleaner. Probably never played. Blue Money. Money. Someone said that is either a song about, is it about Fats Domino? Melt With You, 1982 classic. I hate to call these guys a one-hit wonder, but at least over here they pretty much were. They re-recorded it too. I've got the second recording of it. I don't like it as much. Sometimes they ruin it. I think this is the original recording. So great, marked up, but great. Rockin' Chair. Now everybody's heard of George McRae, right? But have you heard of Gwen McRae? I don't know if they're even related. Maybe they're husband and wife, but her version, this song is a great song. They play it on Smokey's Soul Town all the time. Wanna be your rocking chair. So there you go. And another version of it, totally different. There it is, rocking chair. Totally different font, different print. Right there. So 15 bucks for 11 records. I'm gonna pick a gem out of these. And let's just pick the gem right now. I'm looking for I hit the jackpot. I got 4 Run Baby Run on Hickory Records by the New Beats. So there you go. That one's in probably very good shape. That's our gem of the week. And the Northern Soul Search. I'll tell you what, I'm learning a lot. I'm going to go back, pick up with letter O. We're going to work our way through the rest of the alphabet. Then I'm going to go back and do some more reading and research and maybe get the updated list. And maybe we'll start again next year. But for right now, let's keep on looking together. Maybe we'll find some cool Northern Soul records. Cheers, Detroit Bob. All these records will be listed on my Discogs. They're for sale. And you can check out every episode in my back catalog. We just did episode number 95. We're getting up on 100. So they're all out there on the RockMine homepage on YouTube. So check that out and tell your friends. Cheers.